Welcome. Thanks for joining us at Cooking Out, the show that takes grilling to a whole new level. I'm Chef James, I'll be your host, and I have a new recipe that you're absolutely going to love today. And actually it's more of a cooking technique than it is a recipe. We're going to be working with a very great seasonal item right now. It's called corn on the cob. It's something that every American knows. It's the American vegetable in my opinion. So what we're going to do, and we're going to be showing you how to do this so that it produces a much better product. You know, when you typically grill corn, you see that it tends to be black, burnt, or dried out because people are overcooking corn. And it can be black and burnt out without being completely cooked. So this technique that we're going to show you is going to show you how to come up with a superior product. It's going to be a lot more forgiving on the grill when you're cooking with it. It's going to be something you can play with and have a lot of fun with. It takes just a little bit more prep time, but in the end, you're going to love the results that it gives you. And we'll be right back with Cooking Out in just a second. We're back and Cooking Out. Okay, so let's get started. I have here obviously some stuff that I pre-prepared, and this is what the final product's going to look like that we're going to be putting onto the grill. So I'm going to go ahead and stick some of this onto the grill so it can get cooking while I'm talking to you and showing you the rest of the stuff. And the great thing about this is that it will, like I said, it's a lot more forgiving. So you can be off a little bit on your cooking time, and afterwards it'll hold and stay hot for a lot longer and continue as a quality product for holding up for 30-40 minutes, whatever works for you while you're getting the rest of your stuff grilled. So we're going to keep this bag, the wonderful technology of Ziploc, because we're going to use this a little bit later. So the main thing that I wanted to get across to you today, and I want to talk a little bit about grilling because I absolutely love grilling. Grilling is fun. It's an art like everything else in cooking, and it's an art that everybody can do. You don't have to be a master chef to know how to grill correctly. But there are a few basic rules that if you follow this in grilling, you will be able to be grilling like a master chef. And a few basic rules, the biggest problem that everybody has with grilling is burning the food or having it stick to the grill and coming out looking disgusting, especially with fish. Fish is probably one of the toughest things to grill. So the basic rules that you want to remember when grilling are, number one, preheat that grill. Not just getting the rocks hot, but you want to get the grill itself nice and hot. Second thing is you want to clean the grill. Now, the important thing with grilling also, as with everything else in cooking, is having the right tools to work with. I happen to have a kit here that you can get from Sharper Image or from Barbecue Island. And this has basically everything that you're going to need for grilling, as you can see here. It has your grill brush, which is probably your most important item. Has various tools depending on what you're grilling. A basting brush here, you've got a grill knife, and the most important thing with grilling, again with your tools, is having a long handle reach, because I'm sure we have all burnt our hands with doing it. We're back and Cooking Out again. Okay, I left off when we were talking about the grilling tools, how important they are. The most important thing, and I know that anybody who has grilled knows this because you've experienced this. You usually have no hair on your arms from up to about your elbow, is because you get too close to the grill. So a good grilling tool, barbecue tool, is going to have a long handle on there so you can protect your hand. Now back to those three rules on grilling. First thing, as I said, was preheating that grill, getting it nice and hot. The second thing is getting it nice and clean. You always want to wire brush that grill. It's real important that you get it as clean as possible, because we all know that we end up with leftover barbecue sauce on the grill, or we end up with bits of meat or fish or chicken, whatever it was that we were grilling the last time we were using the grill. Part of this is going to be cooked off when you're preheating. That's why it's important to close the lid, heat it up, get it nice and hot, almost red hot. Then the next thing is lift it up, and that's where you're going to be using your grill brush to take off the rest of those remaining food particles or whatever foreign materials on the grill. You want to get these grill grates nice and clean. Thanks for joining us today, and it was a real pleasure having you here. And remember, why stay in when you could be cooking?